Don't want to waste time or money looking for your next whiskey? Join us as we put your favorites to the short pour test.
So we try them before you buy them. This is our short pour series where we check the nose, the taste, and the value based on your recommendations. Today we're trying very old St. Nick. This is a maple finish on this one. And Aaron, what do you get on the nose, buddy?
It's maple, all right. Straight maple. I smell more maple than I would normally in a bottle of maple syrup. What are y'all tasting?
Oh, that's maple syrup.
That is whiskey flavored maple syrup to me, and I love Canadian maple syrup.
So there are dessert wines. This might be a dessert whiskey.
I think so.
Hey, absolutely.
Or it's the infamous cocktail in a bottle.
You could call it a cocktail in a bottle.
I'm not going to say I dislike it. I kind of like it for something different for, after a meal or something. But
you know what I would love to do with this? I would love to make a base for a ham.
Oh, yeah.
With the maple syrup and I think it would be awesome.
Or poured over vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, how much does this bottle cost? Do we know?
This one's $180.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I think this one, it's not a whole lot of proof. What is it, 81 and a half?
81.2.
Yeah. So,
Chuck, where's this come from?
Well, they claim it comes from Bardstown, but it also says it's a product of Canada. So,
Bardstown, Canada. Never been there.
I know.
Yeah.
So is this one, if I'm not mistaken, it started very old St. Nick started in 1980s. Is that correct?
I think the brand was invented in 1987. The family says that they were sourcing barrels for generations. They finally branded it. It's really kind of a rare, obscure. I'm not so sure that it wasn't really intended as a holiday whiskey, which makes a lot of sense with this. And then in 2017, the family started the Preservation Distillery in Bardstown. You see it right by the Bluegrass Parkway. Not the gigantic distillery with like 1,000 rickhouses. That'd be Bardstown Bourbon, but just a small distillery. They have a lot of little known labels. I would say probably very old St. Nick is their best known one. And yeah, I could see this being a holiday treat.
Yeah. So I'm not sure I would buy a bottle of this unless we're going to have a party and we're going to have some sort of ham or dessert bourbon or something like that. It's a little too much for me to drink once every 2 or 3 years. I would definitely buy a pour at a if we're out having dinner around the holidays. I don't mind leaving it on the shelf, to be honest with you.
See, I'm going to have to agree. I don't know that I would buy a pour because if the bottle's $180, then I'm going to have to spend pretty good penny on a pour. So maybe the time I would buy a pour, wintertime, and I would honestly buy it to let my wife try it because I think she would absolutely love this. She's not a huge bourbon drinker, but this would be something she would.
If you like maple,
yeah,
you're going to like this.
Yeah, this is something I would buy a pour of for somebody who's not a big whiskey drinker. It's only 81 proof, right. And the maple is so powerful. So someone who has a sweet tooth and is not an experienced whiskey taster, I would be hard pressed to buy a bottle.
Hey, we want to thank Tim Price for recommending this bottle. We hope this enhances your experience with very old St. Nick. If you'd like for us to try a bottle, drop a mention in the comments, send us a Facebook comment, and be sure to hit that subscribe and like button. With that said, fellas, please drink responsibly.